How many doors must be rented to break even? This is a very important number to know. You need to find out how many units need to be filled or occupied each month to cover all the expenses, including debt service and all capital expenses. I believe personally in being a conservative investor, as you want to be able to handle downturns in the economy or anything else you might have come across. In calculating breakdown occupancy, use the gross potential income rather than the gross operating income, and avoid using other income outside of the rental income, which will fluctuate. Knowing this number tells you that once you have that number of units filled, everything above that is pure profit. If you have less than what you need filled to cover the bills, then that investment property is costing you money every single month. Now, we use a 7% vacancy rate in my area on average. This is just what I have found in many metropolitan areas as well. Percentages are the simplest way to figure vacancies in your assessments on investment properties. Sometimes you will see a specific number of units that is standard for vacancy. So the equation would be breakdown occupancy rate would be equal to the annual operating expenses plus the annual debt divided by the gross potential rental income. Remember, gross potential rental income is the total of all of the units' possible rental income. If looking for a rule of thumb, you should buy investments where the break-even point is twice the vacancy rate. For example, if you take my 7% that I use for an average vacancy rate, you would want your break-even occupancy to be at 86% or less. 7% doubled is 14% vacancy. 100% minus 14% is 86% occupancy. An investment property that is well managed should be able to maintain occupancy better than the market occupancy rate. But as an investor, you want to be conservative in your investing of a real estate, whether it be residential, commercial, multifamily, or any other type of real estate. So for an example, the market vacancy is 7%. Annual debt service is $115,000 plus an annual operating expense of $165,000 equals $280,000 in annual expenses. Gross potential rental income is $345,000. Again, gross potential rental income. So gross and potential, to me, gross means and potential means the most it could potentially make per month. Not that what it's actually making per month, but the gross potential. What you could potentially make. Be careful with this number. Break-even occupancy is $280,000 divided by $345,000 equals 81%. Market break-even occupancy equals 100% minus the 7% times 2 is 86%. If you are evaluating this property, it would break even at 86% occupancy. So if the vacancy is 7%, then you would want to purchase this property with an 86% break-even occupancy or lower. Again, we're using numbers like gross potential. So when you are reviewing these numbers, pay real close attention to the difference between the gross potential and the gross actual. I will oftentimes buy on the gross actual, not the gross potential. The potential is the money that if it's managed well, that it could potentially make this. It's hard to invest on a potential number. I hope that helps, and we'll see you on the next video.